So we got a couple of female ducks yesterday, and we put our boy ducks in with them this morning. We put them in the piggery because it's all fenced in. It's got tight mesh on the hog panels toward the bottom, so the ducks don't squeeze out through the panels. And the two male ducks, those are Welsh Harlequins. And one of the females is a mallard, and the other female we think is just a barnyard mix. It's a mix of something. We don't really know what the mix is. But our male ducks, the drakes, they've been very attached to the geese, trying to mate with the geese, giving geese a lot of trouble. We thought they needed some girls for entertainment. We finally found a couple locally. We'll see how they get along. And we had the girls in here yesterday afternoon. Put them in the pond. Boy, they just took to the pool right away, and they've been pretty comfortable sitting here. They're probably 2 to 3 years old. What's all the noise, huh? Well, the girl ducks are certainly louder and more vocal than the boys have been. I had to get the big fish net out to catch the boy ducks here, and they're still kind of irritated with me for nabbing them up in the big net. But they run way too fast for me. I'll just right on schedule, Scout. So we mucked out the chicken run last weekend and scooped it out, piled it up over here in a little bit of a compost pile before we filter it out and move it some to the garden. Scout, our big red rooster here, he really enjoys playing king of the mountain here. He's a farm supply chicken that turned out to be a rooster. Somebody gave him to us. He's been a pretty good rooster. We think he's a Buff Orpington. Maybe got something else mixed in there. He's got a lot more color than the Buff Orpingtons we've had in the past. Chris over feeding chickens today. So here's a view of a couple of our cameras. These are little gen-off cameras. They're connected to our Blue Iris software system. Now this camera is focused on the chicken yard. And this one over here I turned around to focus on the ducks so we could see the ducks. And we monitor the chicken yard on the screen at the house all the time. We have 11 cameras on the property.
And this is our other rooster over here.
Ah, mystery. One of our Murray McMurray mystery chickens. We named him Mystery because we don't know what he is. He's got green legs though. He's the number 2 rooster on the pecking order. So our guineas have made a little nest over here in the corner of the chicken coop. This is on the southeast corner. And they've been laying quite a few eggs in there. I've got the lamp hanging in. That's just a LED light. It doesn't put out any heat or anything. The main reason we have that in here. The main reason for our light in the coop and hanging low and stuff is at night when it's time to go to roost, the guineas don't want to go in the coop because it's darker in the coop than it is outside. We found by hanging the light in there, they come up to the coop, they can see what's inside, and they zip right on in. It's a lot easier to get them to go to roost at night. Our broody hen hatched 3 chickens out of that 7 eggs she was sitting on. And we've had some pretty cold nights down in the mid-teens. And she set on the eggs pretty well. I don't know if the cold weather had any impact on some of the eggs not hatching. If they weren't fertile, or I don't know just what the reason was, but she did a good job sitting on them. She's done a real good job with the baby chicks this week. They're about a week old now. One of our Easter egger hens. We have 3 nest boxes out in the chicken run. We put the little kennel out here to keep the other hens from laying more eggs in the broody hen's nest. We had a lot of trouble with that. We don't know which ones are which, so we marked them this time, put them in the cage so the others couldn't get to them. And then when she hatched the chicks, the little chicks can just step right through the wire on the cage, so we just opened the door and let her be able to get out and get to them when they leave the cage. And the lamp on the cage is a heat lamp. Try to help that chicken stay warm while she was sitting on those eggs. If it gets cool during the day or starts raining or something, a lot of times she'll come in there and sit under the lamp with the babies. There's a water roof for them. It's connected up to that 55-gallon drum. Keeps it full of water. The ducks and geese get it pretty dirty. You got to empty that out, clean it about every day. We've got a layer feed in the red feeder. We got the higher protein feed in the green feeder. The ducks and turkeys and geese and stuff, they prefer that higher protein feed most of the time. The hens, they'll kind of split 50-50. Sometimes they'll eat the layer feed and sometimes they eat the higher protein feed. Well, that's a big update on the animals today. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.